Welcome back, or welcome for the first time to Play This at My Funeral, the podcast about music and life and death. I'm your host, Dinah Susan Alabade, and I'm so happy you've landed here in our little corner of the world because we're getting into some deep existential conversations. So buckle up. I hope you're ready to tear away any sort of avoidance you have about going deep, getting real, and the nitty-gritty ins and outs of being a human person that is existing right now, and discovering some amazing new music and hearing fantastic stories from folks just like you or me. That's enough of me. Let's get on with the show. Hello. Welcome to season 2 of Play This at My Funeral. Hi, everybody. I'm your host, Dinah Susan Alabade, and I'm so happy you're joining me for season 2, or maybe you're just discovering the show right now. So hi, I'm glad you can be here. Before I get into all of the juicy details, specifically about what you can expect in this season's newest episodes, I wanted to take a minute to thank you for being here. The passion, support, follows and reviews, sharing the show with your own networks. It really means the absolute world to me. So thank you. 2 of my badass women business owner friends have even sponsored the show. Shout out to Kara Tremmel and Katie Klein. Thank you, angels. Anyone I know who has their own podcast has been promoting the hell out of Play This at My Funeral and getting me on their own shows and spreading the love and hitting that like button and engaging in some of the snarkiest, most fun comments on social. We've been having a good time over on Instagram and TikTok, so check that out. This show, this concept bridging together music and existentialism and like how we survive life and how music can be this shepherd into beauty, so we don't just survive the hardships that come with life inevitably, but in fact thrive through them and find deeper connection with ourselves and with each other. I mean, I am saying that this is the source of my ikigai, which is this Japanese concept of an ongoing daily passion project that gives your life meaning and brings you in closer connection with the people around you. Like, this is truly it. My God, there isn't a better definition for what this show, this podcast means to me. This show is giving me so much hope, and I hope that it's doing the same for you. I cannot make this show my full-time job as much as I want to. I have a full-time job that I love and a full-time family that I love even more, and so much going on like the rest of us. I am recording episodes and reviewing clips and making edits and posting and sharing and commenting on social media in the early mornings and the kind of late evenings, but I like to go to bed early, so not that late. And on the weekends. I mean, it's the weekend right now. It's Sunday morning. I'm in my favorite swan PJs from Print Fresh. I should get them to be a sponsor on the show because I'm obsessed with them. I have 6 of their pajamas. I could live in them. They're gorgeous, vibrant, fun prints, and they're the most comfortable things. Anyway, free sponsor spot for you, Print Fresh. Come talk to me. I'm doing this in my free time. It's a labor of love. It's not labor. I hate to say that, actually. It's one of the loves of my life. Making this show is one of the loves of my life. That's a fun realization. Thanks for being here. And I'm lucky enough to not do it alone. Beyond all of the support from all of you, family and friends and listeners, I was introduced to Alice Marcondes, my incredible editor and co-producer, through our mutual friend and music obsessive Justice Longshore. And it is truly kismet that she has come into my life because she is equally as passionate about the show. And like, Alice, this is for you. Like, you're an amazing editor, and I'm so glad to know you and have you in my corner. It's been really fun collaborating with you. We are 2 women putting on every aspect of the show, and I couldn't be prouder of it. And it will be about 4 months, almost to the day, since we first launched season 1, when this comes out on March 4th. Time's going by really fast. At the time of this recording, we are at over 500 streams and downloads, 49 followers, and the show hasn't even been out 4 months. So I'm just like gushing because, listen, I am all about spreading the gospel far and wide, but my community of close-knit people and listeners and people who are discovering the show, and I talk about it to everyone on planes, trains, and automobiles, like in every corner of my life. This is like, it's amazing. It's exciting to me because I could really see myself doing this pod forever and ever as long as you'll listen to me and have me. Just like you, I'm busy balancing children's birthdays and back-to-back Zooms and the daily things of like parenting and trying to squeeze in Pilates into like the little margins of the day for that touch of physical movement. But I'm doing this for the pure love of it, and mostly, of course, to discover new music and share it with all of you. I've also found that I'm learning from the wisdom of other people's experiences. So when I say wisdom, it doesn't have to be someone that's older than you. It can be someone that's younger than you that has something to share, and we all have something to share. So if you like the show, please consider taking a moment and leaving a rating and a review and commenting so other people can discover the show. Those deep thinkers, music lovers, the people that are like going through an existential crisis or just who love to talk about life and like on a soul-defining level. I know there's so many more of us out there. We are truly a global show and have avid listeners in Ireland and Canada. And honestly, I'm coming for you. Spain and France and Singapore and Turkey, and like the people who are in my life in those countries are like, yep, we know. So this season is going to be so good. Every conversation I have, I just can't believe that it's topping the previous ones. Not that like, no judgment value on music choices or on quality of episodes, but every conversation I get into, whether it's with someone I've known a long time or someone that's like sort of newer in my life that I've just come across, it's just giving me so much joy and hope about our humanity while the world around us crumbles. So this season, you can expect guests from a really wide spectrum of age groups and the human experience. We have the most energetic and bubbliest force of nature from the world of fitness and Broadway. We have the biggest food influencer on the scene today joining us. That's Jeremy Jacobowitz. His episode is out today, so give that a listen. It's really, really a fun walk down memory lane, music memory lane, and just our connective personal memory lane. I recorded an episode with a college student who I had crossed paths with on an airplane who is a music major. So that was a really, really deep conversation because music is at the core of his entire life right now. This like 22-year-old, it was awesome. I'm so glad that we came into each other's lives. He's wise beyond his years, so I can't wait for you to check out his music choices. Yeah, you're going to love it. We're really broadening our age range of guests, which means the world to me because I truly don't think it's ever too early to start thinking very deeply about your life. And some of these conversations are showing me that we just need more of this. This is fun. Maybe I took my mom too seriously when she quoted Socrates like constantly in my childhood saying, the unexamined life is not worth living because all I do is examine my life. Mama, I know you must be so proud of me because all I do is examine life here. And wow, thanks. Thanks for the inspo. She is my most avid listener and biggest cheerleader. I mean, this quote means so much. It means that like a life that doesn't include introspection, self-reflection, and critical thinking is essentially meaningless and lacks value. Like you might as well already be dead if you can't mine the depths of your own soul and do some self-analysis. I mean, this is why therapy is so popular, and my two favorite shows in the whole world are popular TV shows, Shrinking and Ted Lasso, because they really are about self-reflection and getting to a deeper connection with yourself and with others. And like, they don't shy away from mental health and therapy and the ugly moments of life that we have to contend with. All right, so you want to talk about some music? In my season 1 teaser episode, it was just me chatting with you for a few minutes about the origin story of why I created the show. I said that I had something like 8 hours on a playlist for my funeral, but I keep adding to it. And I've had so many beautiful conversations with guests who have really curated so perfectly their playlists of like 10 songs, 30 songs, specific order. So I am working on my own curated playlist. I was thinking 30 songs, but it's going to be challenging. So I was thinking I might do one song for each year I'm alive. So it'll be about 39 right now, 40 this summer. And I'm thinking it doesn't have to be a specific, from that specific year. It doesn't have to be a song from 1990 when I was like 4 or 5 years old in chronological order. I'm thinking just like a song that represents each age in some way. So I'm working on that list because I'd love to share it with you. There are a couple songs I'm pretty committed to. I'm really finding so much respect for my guests. Like, you guys, I can't believe some of you have like whipped out a list in just a week or two because this shit ain't easy. It's really hard. Thank you all for obliging and humoring me in this way because I'm still not done with the curated list. I was asked by my friend Catherine Zach to be on her new podcast, The 40 Portal, which is an incredible show about this life-altering change of how we usher in this, like, hopefully back half of our life. Like, as we were recording, Catherine O'Hara had recently passed away and she was in her early 70s. And I realized that by the time she was 40, she was past her midlife. And so I don't want to say I'm here on borrowed time, but really, you don't know how long you have. And her podcast episode with me actually airs today. I'm really excited to share it with you all. It's quite vulnerable, quite real and raw. But again, like, this is what makes us human. This is how we connect to each other. And I'm here for it. So enjoy. For that, I actually created a playlist. Kath, as I call her, asked me to create a playlist specifically for the show. And so I created from our Play This at My Funeral podcast Spotify account a Play This at My Funeral and the 40 Portal crossover. It's about 45 songs, I think. It is hopefully going to soothe your existential midlife quandaries. I was listening to it yesterday and it is chock-a-block full of some amazing music that is really incredibly poignant for self-reflection, especially when you like reach a milestone age. I'm going to drop that link in the show notes so you can check it out and listen to that playlist. Actually, let me play you. There is a song that I've been recently obsessed with that I put as the starter of the crossover playlist. And it's also on my Play This at My Funeral massive playlist right now. It's called End of Beginning by DJO to Joe, whatever. And this is the actor who played Steve on Stranger Things. I discovered this song. How did I discover it? It was either in a commercial or in someone's social media reel. And I was like, what is this music? And I went into a deep hole, as I do. I love me a research moment. This song, I mean, first of all, the title, End of Beginning. Okay, what? I mean, whether or not you believe in reincarnation or an afterlife, like when you die, that's the end of the beginning part. Who knows what comes after? And maybe it's nothingness, but I loved that. And I thought it was really applicable for the 40 portal. Like I am right now standing at the end of the beginning of my life. Whew. Okay, that was a lot. And I just think this song ushers it in so beautifully. It's 80s. It's synthy. It moves you. It's simple. It's not over-engineered. And it is quite existential in the middle of the night when things are not black and white. Oh my gosh. It's so good. In Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me. I was in it. I wait till I to the end. a beginning. Oh my gosh. Like I say in many episodes, you're not here to hear me sing, and yet I keep doing it, and you get an extra raspy Sunday morning voice. So you're welcome, I guess. I love that song. That song has been on replay for me for the last 2 months. I'm really enjoying it. So, in our very first guest episode, which would be episode 2, with Adam Posner, my incredible friend and the host of the podcast, I mentioned that I want my funeral to start with the Bleachers roller coaster because it is like this fast, upbeat song about a woman who's a roller coaster. Not in a bad way, but like a force of nature, something that is ever moving, ever winding, giving you unexpected twists and turns and like very surprising and fun, a thrill. I feel that definitely encompasses my essence. So I think I'm going to keep that as the number one on my curated list because I think I'm going to keep the master list of like 9-10 hours of songs because it's just a vibe. If anyone wants to ever remember me when I'm gone, like put that on. And I hope those songs remind you of me in some way, whether it's Shakira's Whenever, Wherever, and you can just picture me at 16 at a high school dance, like completely owning the dance floor. Like, honestly, it was actually hilarious. Whenever Shakira's Whenever, Wherever came on at a high school dance, and I didn't go to a big school, but everyone would circle the dance floor and I would belly dance. It was like, it's giving main character energy. But I mean, honestly, like, I was so lucky to have the friends I had and the nurturing community I had to be able to do something like that. I feel like people must think I'm so cringe, but I love to be how I am. I love to be this earnest. An old boss once said, "You're so earnest." And I was like, "Thank you. That's a compliment." I know that everyone likes to be sarcastic. And someone at work last week said I was being very sarcastic during a call. And I wasn't intending to be. Yeah, earnestness is underrated. I say it a lot, and I'm sticking to it. So after the Bleachers roller coaster, it's a blur. Like, I don't know what happens in the playlist after that, but I'm gonna keep giving it some thought. I keep like moving things around. I'm like, Brown Eyed Girl, like that's so many good memories, and a Fairuz song, who is this like iconic Lebanese singer that just soundtracked my childhood, every car ride. I actually had the privilege of seeing her with my parents when I was 16 at Mohegan Sun when she did a tour in the States, and she was in her 60s or 70s then, and her voice was just a literal angel's voice. I think my childhood songs that I likely will include as well, like, are some iconic songs for me. Listen, I know not every song is iconic for you. My husband Greg and I were in the car yesterday, and I put on our wedding shower playlist that I made. And I was like, "Oh, this song was so epic. This song was so iconic." He's like, "Was it? You forgot about it." I was like, "How dare you?" Some of those songs for me are like ABBA's Greatest Hits album, which I asked for my 10th birthday, specifically Dancing Queen, because I was a dancer performing and competing for a long time before I left Brooklyn and my parents and I moved to Westchester County. And so, like, that song must be on my curated list, I think. Brown Eyed Girl, I think, must be on it. It's just like lightness and I don't want to say frivolity, but like it has that summer feeling while also feeling nostalgic. It just reminds me of like being at a street fair carnival in the city when you're like a little kid. Brown Eyed Girl feels to me like being 9 or 10 years old when you're still like so much living in your youth and there's innocence there and just a lack of burden from things like taxes and bosses and plumbing and healthcare. I say that because I was recently dealing with a pipe issue, and that's never fun. Another song I really love that I think might be on the curated playlist is the original of Dancing in the Moonlight, which is by King Harvest. There's a cover by Toploader that's like been very popular at weddings and even in the top 40, I think in the last 10-ish years. But I like the original. And I think it's because that song is very charismatic to me. I'm a Cancer, sun and moon, and I'm a dancer. So like Dancing in the Moonlight, what could be better? There's nothing I want to do more than moonbathe, like whether it's through my window or like being outside and letting The moonbeams cool my skin, cool my energy. I mean, the moon is our closest celestial body and honestly impacts us more than we know, whether you believe it or not. People lose so much understanding of like the natural world, like the moon and how it moves. Like we forget in our daily grind and our like, I got to do this task. I got to pick up this thing. I have to get these responsibilities done. I have to pay these bills. Like we lose so much of our understanding that like the moon moves the tides and affects women's bodies. And like, as my guest, Lori Rudiman said in episode 7 of this show, we are all just stardust. We can't lose sight of that when we get so mired in our daily grind. Like, listen, I get frustrated and have a lot of hangups and grudges, just like the next gal, but we don't have to. We can like pull ourselves out of it. I think music is a great way to pull yourself out of a funk or a bad mood. There was a full moon on February 1st a few weeks ago, and it was freaking glorious. I mean, it was freezing, but glorious. So yeah, maybe your takeaway from this is go listen to the songs I just mentioned, but also moonbathe. I wrote an article about moonbathing for this like wellness online magazine a decade and a half ago. I don't know if I want to share it. Maybe I will. Another song is Moon River. Oh my God. The moon and the dancing. I actually didn't, this isn't premeditated. Moon River by Henry Mancini, you know, the classic from Breakfast at Tiffany's, where the first half is like very instrumental. You might know it, the Frank Sinatra version. There are so many versions of it, and it's used in so much pop culture. This song is very special to me. I always loved Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I loved Sex and the City, and the song is very... It offers you a lot of introspection and very simple lyrics. And I danced with my dad to this song at my wedding. So that was really lovely. It holds a lot for me, the balance of like old and new and being in the present and being hopeful about the future, like at the precipice of something changing. So that's one that I'm thinking is going to be on the curated list. So Francis and the Lights, I want to just shift gears to this musical group that I wouldn't say I recently discovered because one of their songs, May I Have This Dance, and I think they collaborated with someone else on it. It's slipping from my brain right now. I discovered that like at least a decade ago, I think, but I love their songs. So May I Have This Dance is very important to me. Oh my God, again, dancing. Sorry, like I can't help it. But the song See Her Out, That's Just Life is, I think I want that on my curated song. And you know what's funny? I discovered that song in the show Nobody Wants This. The lyrics, like, God, I hope she escapes. The whole damn world is a cage. It's about, I think for me, living unabashedly as ourselves, because See Her Out, That's Just Life is almost like ushering in some woman from this world to a next or from one moment to another. Yeah, I'm going to play a little of this. This like electronic, robotic almost, but in a beautiful way, because there's this echo to it, musicality. This song is so cool. And okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Nobody Wants This season 1, it's at the episode where they first kiss. It's really, it makes me want to move my body. It just makes me happy. I know I'm not supposed to put music. Don't worry, we're going to edit out the music for Spotify and Apple so you can watch it on YouTube or in the Reels. You see her out there? Climbing the wall. That's a metaphor, baby. Trying to get away. Tell her she can't escape. I mean, the whole damn world is a cage. Whole damn world is a cage. If you see her out there. Behind the wheel. Driving a getaway. I mean, God, I hope she escapes. It's not that I want to escape the world. I love the world. I want to escape the expectations of being a woman and a person today. But that's just life. I treat you right. I'm fucking up the lyrics. Just listen to this song in its entirety without me babbling at you as background. I lived it twice. Oh. Okay. I'll stop playing that song. I love it so much. There's a lot of great songs that I think see, this is why curation is so hard. A Sort of Fairytale by Tori Amos. I think I want that on there. What I Was Made For by Billie Eilish. And this little number, which I think just represents me dancing in the 90s, like competitively. Strike It Up by Black Box. It's uber 90s. Yes, I did a jazz dance to this when I was 8 years old. I mean, you guys, I dare you to put this on next time you have a long car ride. Do you know this one? Strike It Up. Here. It's just very repetitive, very 90s. Oh, I thought I was getting to a Strike It Up part. You know, I'm trying here. There it is. Oh, this was the best part of 90s music. Just like the part where they talk at you. It's not rapping. It's just like forceful talking. Okay. I am feeling super spicy on this Sunday morning. You can tell that my songs are all over the place because I love so many different types of songs. So anyway, yeah, those are some of the songs I'm considering for my curated playlist. I don't know if I could commit to you a specific like date or episode, but I want to do this for you. I want to make a curated list that's like 30 songs. That's like truly my funeral playlist, or maybe 40 songs. So the beginning, I know, right? A little bit. The beginning is starting to shape up. The middle is all over the place, but the end of my funeral playlist, I've given a lot of thought to. I think I'm nearly there with some really poignant, thought-provoking songs. Youth by Daughter, Hands by Jewel, I Know the End by Phoebe Bridgers, of course. And then This Bitter Earth on the Nature of Daylight by Max Richter and Clyde Otis with Dinah Washington singing, which I was introduced to this song. It is in the beautiful sushi documentary, Jiro Dreams of Sushi. And I did a dance to it, choreographed by the wonderful Jenna Spivak, a dancer who I danced with at DanceWorks Company in New York City many moons ago. And this song is a modern orchestral piece. And it is it forces you to inhale and exhale deeply and pay attention to every breath. And I think it is a very much needed song right now because it marries together like the darkness of living and the earth, the things we can control, along with a little bit of hope, which is hard to come by, and the music is quite dark. This is a song that means a lot to me. I listen to it a lot when I'm having a hard time and I just like immediately start crying. Just give it a listen for a second.
And if my life is like the dust that hides the glow of a rose.
It's beautiful. And then I think the last three are Spiegel by Arvo part, which is another just purely instrumental, but more contemporary instrumental piece that was in The Good Place at the very end, I think in the last or second to last episode. How It Ends by Devotchka, which I've also done I think I've also done a dance to this song. I think it's in Little Miss Sunshine. I think it was the same choreographer, Jenna Spivak. She picks the best music. I'm going to have to like reach out to her and let her know how much her music choices for her choreography impacted me. And I think How It Ends might be the closer, like for the whole funeral playlist, or Florence and the Machine, Never Let Me Go. And there's a line in that song that's, I'm not giving up, I'm just giving in. Oh, chills, chills, chills. Okay, I've been babbling for a long time. So, yeah, that's your season 2 teaser. That is your glowing, gushing offering of thanks for listening and a little bit more of my own playlist and how I'm approaching this process. And shout out to all my guests because y'all did the damn thing and curated a playlist. And I'm out here still struggling a year and a half after I had this idea and started making my own playlist. All right. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay. So just go ahead and give Jeremy Jacobowicz's episode a listen. And I will see you later. Thanks. Bye. That's our show for today. Thank you so much for being here with us. If you liked the show or loved the show, make sure you hit that follow button wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. And please, please, please rate and review, leave a comment, drop in the notes a new song you discovered that you loved or the song or songs you want played at your own funeral. I'm so happy to have you listening, but also you can follow along on more across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. at Play This at My Funeral podcast. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to my editor and co-producer, Alice Marcondes. And I'm just going to leave you with this one last thought. Don't be afraid to go deep. Dance every chance you get. And always keep it real. Thanks for listening. Bye.